Yes. We are live. Oh, yes. It's 2025 and we are live. It is YKF Weekends. My name is Nicholas Tannick, and everything we talk about today is between consenting adults. It's consensual. This is a lifestyle. This is a culture. Please don't judge. Please don't judge. This is for adults, it's by adults. Um, yeah, and we're gonna talk about the Femdom Ball. Oh, it's gonna be a good show. Everybody, please go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Please support the show. YKF the Cash App. Also at patreon.com/YKF. Get 15% off all inventory at lockdown. Welcome, your kinky friends, and we are here with Alex Keeper and Mistress Sophie. We're going to talk about Femdom Ball. So please, everybody, like I said, go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Check out the Patreon. Please subscribe, and check us out on Spotify. There's more stuff on Spotify than there is on YouTube. Yes, so we're going to kick it off. The Femdom Ball. The Femdom Ball, the website describes it as a celebration of female dominance with the focus on glamour and power. All right. So I'm going to ask you this, Alex Keeper. What first drew you to this event?
Well, if the truth be known, Mistress Sophie first drew me to the event. The gorgeous Mistress Sophie, who you can see here, was telling me all about this event that she was going to and this wonderful, beautiful gown she was going to wear. And it just pricked my interest. And yeah, within a couple of hours, we were booking me tickets too. So that's the honest truth on what got me interested in this event. But also, obviously, once I went to the website and took a look at it, they're not lying. It is a celebration of female dominance. It's beautiful.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. I don't know if we can hear it. Oh, we don't have sound. But if you're looking at it, there's books. It's a glamorous, very glamorous, beautiful women in beautiful gowns. And my favorite part is this. Yeah. The men in hoods. Yeah. Pretty amazing. So let me ask you this, as a femdom creator, Alex Keeper, you have a specialty in medical fetish and glove love. Mr. Sophie, you love kidnapping and a whole bunch of other things. I mean, every dom, every character has their own journey, right? So how did this femdom event align with your journey as a femdom creator?
Oh, am I going
Mr. Sophie, do you want to go first? Yeah, go for it.
I suppose in a sense, I'm really I'm sort of like a princess girly girl type of thing anyway. So when I heard about the Femdom Ball and I saw the beautiful gowns and the lovely evening, and to me that was just, I was just completely blown away. I was like, I have got to go to this event. It sounds amazing. So yeah, that was what kind of sort of like drew me to it. That was the allure, but also as well, what a lot of people don't realize is that the Femdom Ball is primarily not just a glamorous evening, but also an event where sort of like networking goes hand in hand with like just partying. but it's not. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's not the sort of party that you'd expect. I mean, there's no sort of like dancing or loud music or things like that. It's a really, really relaxed environment where you've got performances, you can talk to people. It is just absolutely amazing. I was about to say, I've just seen on the screen where you're pulling up all the images. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's how it aligns as my own journey as a Femdom creator.
Alex, Mrs. Alex Keeper, how does this all align with your journey, with your path that you're taking?
Yeah, so for me, the most interesting thing about going to an event like this was meeting other very specialist DOMs. And that's something that's really interesting for me, because I think in other interviews you and I have done before, I've mentioned that I'm quite a lone wolf. I run my own business. It's quite niche. I like to run it in a very specific style. And it was absolutely enlightening and inspiring meeting other DOMs that also had quite niche industry, like had pulled their titles into quite niche topics. And I loved it. It was amazing. So on my journey, it was really inspiring for me.
So one thing I love, I'm a child of the rave scene, and before that there was the punk scene, and there was also the hip hop scene, which I did journalism on. And going out to a party, even just a house party, I always romanticized that. I always did. So
Yeah.
it getting ready, the music I played before, the outfits the multiple outfits I either thought about using, about wearing, or sometimes the multiple outfits I tried on, making sure I ate the right food so my body would act the right way, scheduling, all that stuff, other parts about it. So what was your preparation, Alex? What would to prepare for something like this? Because this is, like you said, you're a lone wolf. You're not putting these things together. So going out to this is special, right? And for a lot of people who go to something like this, it is a special event. So how did you prepare? When it comes to tickets, the location, the scheduling, because time is too expensive, right? How did this all happen?
Yeah, so it's a very expensive event. So you've got to make sure you're making the most when you go to this event. So I'll just plug this. There's actually a vlog I've put up on one of my channels. I actually picked 3 outfits for this event. I wasn't taking any risks. I went for 3 separate outfits that I picked. Did a try on. Actually did a vote with a lot of my subscribers on my OnlyFans page. I actually let them vote for what outfit looked the most appropriate. I'd like to add, most people voted for very cleavagey outfits, which I didn't end up going with. But so that was part of it for me, was getting the right gown, the right jewelry, the right shoes. As you said, shoes that not only look beautiful, but will actually get me through the whole event. I need to stand in them for quite a few hours. And then there was the exciting bit of planning. I love a bit of scheduling. I'm a schedule queen. So scheduling everything from where we were going to stay, transport, the times, I think I was packed like a week in advance. I had my suitcase ready. Also, I like to use events like this and any other event to to the maximum. So as well as the event itself and vlogging the event that we went to, I also used the opportunity to book a really beautiful accommodation where I basically filmed my entire Christmas calendar in that 24 hours. Mistress Sophie had to deal with me constantly saying, "Oh, sorry, can I just open the curtain to get better lighting? I need to do some filming." She was so patient with me the whole time. And it was just very exciting. We went up early, had lunch, just felt very, very quite girly, actually. And I'm not a girly girl. I know Mistress Sophie is, but I'm not. And it was really nice to let my hair down, literally.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely did it. I think it was one of those, it was just, something was almost occurred to me, when we actually got back home, because I think it kind of sort of took 24 hours to kick in. But I realized literally from the moment we left home to the moment we got back, there was just no negativity. Everything was not a problem. I mean, we literally we had no problems on the train going in. We had no problems, hold ups at the station. You know, the taxi drivers. Oh my God, the taxi driver. I think the one taxi driver we actually had, going from Liverpool Street Station, which is where we got off, to the actual hotel, he was like your proper London Cockney. He was on the sort of like, all right, you know, that's all. And I thought it was, because I mean, the one thing we sort of made the mistake about was I thought that the hotel was on our side of the road. So when we pulled up, I thought, I can't see where the hotel. Anyway, it was, he sort of U-turned in the road, didn't he? And as we pulled up, I wasn't ready for this. Bit of a funny story, guys, from behind the scenes, right? I did actually write about this in my blog, so you can read about it if you like. And anyway, the door was opened, and I didn't realize it at the time, but the guy who opened the door was actually the hotel porter, and he was literally like trying to take my bag from around my shoulders. And I thought this guy was like a thief or something. I thought he was just nab my bag and like run down the road.
It was very amusing. Yeah. It was a really modern, trendy hotel, and all the staff wore denim jeans and white crisp shirts. And I think this lovely man came out to the taxi and took Sophie's suitcase, and she was ready to like attack him to get it back again. And I just stood there laughing. I was like, Sophie, I think this person works at the hotel. Leave your bag alone. Like literally wrestling it away from them. It was highly amusing.
Sorry,
Alex, you're known for someone with very immersive medical play experience in your content. So there's a lot of medical play, which I love. Shout out to Stan Vladimir. I know he loves that too.
Is he in today?
He may be. It is. He's. Oh yes, he is. Hey, but we'll get to him.
Stan.
Hello, Stan.
Hi, Stan.
Let me ask you this. So this medical play, you're more than just medical play. I know that. You know that. You know, but still, has attending or participating in the Femdom Ball deepened your approach to medical play in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, I would say yes, actually. So I always say this because I'm a lone wolf. I actually didn't realize. I mean, obviously, across England, there will be lots of medical doms. I'm not saying there's not lots of medical doms. There are. But I didn't meet very many at the function. So I thought that was really interesting. I did meet a couple of really amazing mummy doms, and I'd go into nanny doms. I'll be very mindful with my wording here. So sort of nannies and babies kind of thing. So that was very, very interesting to get an opportunity to get their take on it. And certainly one of the doms I spoke to, she'd been in the industry for, I think she's 17 years and was so skilled at her craft. It was a really amazing experience to have an opportunity to chat to her. So it has definitely deepened my appreciation, and it's probably made me realize that I'd like to take my business even further and to keep to this very niche subject. Maybe before I was wondering if it was where I should be, but it's actually stamped harder to me that it's a really good place to be. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All right. See, we reinforce it here. We reinforce kinks here.
Reinforced it. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Nicola.
Elegance and kink is something that the Femdom Ball really stands for. Truly,
yes.
I want to explore that. First of all, was there a standout moment from the past Femdom Ball that really captured the unique blend of elegance and kink? You know, something that you could describe that you saw that truly inspired that truly captured that moment.
I've got one, but Sophie, do you want to answer first?
I'm actually interested to know, because if it's a standout moment from, say, last year's Femdom Ball, I can pinpoint it. But this year's Femdom Ball, that moment where to this day, I really don't know who she was, but she was almost like Cinderella. from the film. She just came down the stairs with this unbelievable Queen Celia ball gown. It was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
It was about 3 meters wide, right? The whole gown was about 3 meters wide. It went from one side of the staircase to the other side. It was enormous. It was amazing.
That's what this was. It was. I suppose the only way I could describe it is like you could easily park the circumference of this thing on a jumbo jet wing, and it still wouldn't have. It would have still been small. It was absolutely huge. I think there was something like there were about 3 submissives holding the other end of the train on the gown to actually lift it, to carry it. I just thought,
so usually, sorry, Sophie. So usually at the Femdom Ball, there is like an award given for the most fabulous gown of the evening. So Sophie is referring to the lady that won that this year. There was absolutely no competition, was there? She looks incredible.
No competition at all.
This
lady won it hand down.
Sorry.
No, this lady won it hands down. Hands down.
Yes, she did. She was stunning. So my standout moment from this year's event, oh my God, I mean, this gives me tingles, by the way. It actually gives me shivers, even thinking about it. So there was a incredibly beautiful and very graceful dom there, or goddess. She may be a goddess. She was wearing a full latex black and purple gown, like ball gown, and she was invited to play the violin for us, and the setting was amazing. So it was like a raised podium that was just, oh my God, it was just perfect. There was this enormous clock behind her and candles beside her, and she stood on this podium above everybody and played the violin for us. And it was just like, it was breathtaking for me. It was absolutely breathtaking. She is a stunning dom and so talented. So that was my standout moment. I was a little bit in awe at that minute.
So I'm going through the VIP mistresses section, and it's like a who's been on Your Kinky Friends.
Oh, really? Is it actually? How brilliant!
I was about to say, I didn't even see you can. I just about appeared on the right. If you go down a little bit, Nicholas.
Yeah, we saw you, Lady Bellatrix. Oh my God, I love Lady Bellatrix. Big shout out to her. She's been on the show, and Catastrophe. It's just Catastrophe from Amsterdam area. Simone Justice is everybody on here is amazing. I want to say hello to everybody, to all of them. I wish I was there. All right, the dress code. Now the ball's dress code says that the fetish is glamour. It's fetish glamour. Has to be imaginative attire. Pressure. What's the pressure like? What kind of pressure does that deal? So there's a financial pressure, there's a look pressure, you don't want to get turned away at the door and be embarrassed. There's a million, so what are the main pressures when it comes to the dress code that you're personally that kind of made you step up your game?
I mean, this is something I've had previous experience in. And weirdly enough, myself and Goddess Keeper actually saw an example of this when we were actually queuing to go in. There was, it wasn't in front of us, but there was a couple behind us, and they were rejected on the door. I mean, they had full tickets and everything, but because their skirts were too short, they were told, "You're not allowed in." This is how strict the dress code is.
And their skirts came below the knee, right? So their skirts actually hit just below the knee, but they're so strict. They said ankle length, floor length, and they meant floor length.
Wow.
I mean, literally, you can actually see some of the examples in some of these photos. When it's like, when they say floor length, they mean floor length. And they're not messing people around. Literally, you could be fully paid up. You could have had all the preparation done. If you don't meet their standards, you're out. It is literally like walking into an exclusive club. That's the top and the bottom of it.
Yeah, I think that's the best description of it. It's a very exclusive club.
Now I'm looking at all these pictures, right? And subs. Oh, there she is. There's Joshua. And there's
Oh, I've got a lovely story to tell about that, actually. I'm just checking. I needed to just check. Is that what it is? Yeah, I've got a lovely story about that. So there's a very lovely sub standing behind me in this picture, and he had very kindly offered to help do something. And I'd said to him, "Oh, I'll need to get to the banister." And then I actually said to him, "To be perfectly honest, you'd make a wonderful banister." And he literally was like, "Absolutely." So he was my banister for the evening, which was rather nice.
So with all these subs in this place, how? Let me ask you that: how? If you had the perfect sub, what would they wear? What would they be like? How, like, if you were gonna have the perfect sub to take to the Femdom Ball, what do they need to do? What do they need to wear? How do they need to act? What's their purpose?
Well, again, the dress code is so strict, which is amazing. It's very, very strict. All the men have to wear tuxes. They have to be in a black tux, which is beautiful. Of course, it was their choice whether they went black shirt, white shirt. Me, honestly, I would go for a classic white shirt and black tux with. Oh, there was a lot of like black on black, which was really nice. But there was one person there that had all the subs have to wear hoods. So there was one sub that had a hood and a leather wolf mask over the top of it. And can I just say, kudos to him, because he looked absolutely fabulous. That's who I would take. I would take that complete ensemble. What about you, Sophie?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think they do actually make it really clear. I mean, I obviously, from first hand, because this year would actually be the third Femdom Ball that I've been to. And, it's made very clear from the start, if you're not physically fit or you're able to stand upright, you won't stand a chance in there, because you've almost got to be stood for the entire evening. You're not allowed to sit down at all. Only the DOMs are actually permitted to have chairs. So, again, it's like I said, it's a very, very uniformed event. So it's like I said, it's all black, all tux. So yeah, the actual sub, you're a bit limited if you are a submissive, if you actually do go there, because it's only really the DOMs that are actually allowed to express themselves rather than the subs. I don't know if that makes sense.
I do agree with that, but I did notice that a lot of the subs had some amazing what would I say, accessories. I mean, some of the collars were incredibly stunning. Some of the masks were really beautiful. That mask, the wolf one I saw was really nice. It was nice to see subs, because they are limited, using what they could. So I noticed some very pretty pin ties for their ties. There were some really glamorous ones. That's what I noticed a lot of, and a lot of very, very pretty collars. Very nice.
Stan Vladimir says, "Hello, Mr. Sophie, Alex, Nick."
Hi, Stan.
He continues,
Hi, Stan.
"I remember showing this to my Dom partner a few years ago, and she was absolutely mind blown. She couldn't believe what she saw."
Aww.
So he then asks, "Can vanilla people come to the Femdom Ball as guests to see what it's all about?"
Absolutely, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, Sophie, is that, I noticed when I was there were quite a lot of what I would class as baby DOMs. So maybe DOMs that are quite new to the industry. I spoke to quite a few, and they all said they came along to gain some experience from it. So yeah, I think, and I spoke to a couple of people who said they weren't even DOMs, they were just exploring. So yeah, I should imagine so. As long as you abide by the rules.
Yeah. And then we have Zachary Torres saying, "Found Alex as an ASMR creator who was really surprised to find her as a medical dom." Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess with Dr. Alice.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want evil Dr. Alex coming out on the show.
The Femdom Ball, right? It hosts workshops, networking, and play spaces and stuff like that. This week, right? I did a show for Mistress Cyan for DomCom in New Orleans, right? I can't go. I'm in New Jersey. I have personal issues and family issues that I can't get to. Also, we had Exotica. This weekend. Cherry from Conversations with Crossdressers went. Sent me some pictures. That seemed fun. I missed out. I wanted to send my new business cards. But I went to the mat. Talk about that later. Those events. I've been to events all in New Jersey and New York and Pennsylvania and stuff like that. And they're kink events. So there's an attempt to be to have high protocol and elegance, but some of that kind of breaks down sometimes in New York and New Jersey and in Philly. So how much of this is maintained, especially in the play spaces? In other words, what I'm asking is, when it comes, the Femdom Ball has workshops, networking, play spaces. How dirty does it get in the play spaces?
The event is organized.
Actually quite in it, yeah.
Oh, you answer, Sophie. I was going to say it's set up very, very carefully.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually quite interesting because the Femdom Ball sort of split into two. It's split into the actual ball itself, and then there's like an after party. Oh, just noticed some in the background. I was about to say there's my photo. Weirdly enough, sorry to sort of go off on a bit of a tangent, but the lady that you can see in that photo, the one in the red gown, I did actually meet her last year. Yeah. She comes from Scotland, and I tell you what, she is absolutely fabulous. She is one of the nicest personalities, and she's also actually an advocate for the LGBT plus community. So she has total respect for all neurodiversity or LGBT, anything like that. And yeah, she was just an absolute privilege and an honor to speak to.
In the background.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying a second ago, basically you don't actually have any kind of kink play at the actual Femdom Ball itself. That's something that can only be done at the after party. So they actually say that if you are not allowed to do any kind of play during the event at all. It's just all about the glitz. It's all about the glamour. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's an interesting event. It's actually split over a couple of days, 3 days actually, and they host different. Oh, there's my banister, and they host different events over the 3 days. But the Femdom Ball itself is completely clean. I think the most we noticed was a few women having a bit of foot attention during things, just as a bit of light relief for their shoes actually, and then the after party is where it really probably gets a little bit dirty, I think. But yeah, the actual Femdom Ball itself is so clean. It really is a high networking event. That's what it is. It's the height of networking, I would say.
Do you have to bring your own sub, or do they have subs provided for you? BYOS?
Well, that's not my sub, so I have to say I stole somebody's sub for a short period of time. Yes, you bring your own sub to the event. That's the intention. If you want to, so you don't have to. That's the point. I didn't take a sub. Sophie didn't take a sub this year. You can if you choose to. And you don't have to. I mean, I would guess, it's only hazarding a guess, that if you've got a very good sub, he would be paying for all of your tickets and accommodation and spoiling you for the event, I should imagine. So yeah, so there's lots of reasoning behind having your sub take you.
Yeah, get a rich sub, people.
Yeah.
That's easier said than done, Nicholas. That's easier said than done.
Hey, I'm trying to be a good sub. I want to be a rich sub, but I want to be a good rich sub. This is something to strive for. All right, so I mean, this event's amazing. You had it's going to be it's going to create memories for you. For it's doing it right now as we make this episode.
This
So
was their 10-year anniversary, actually. This event was the 10th event that they've done, and it was their 10-year anniversary. So there was a lot of celebration around the fact that it's been running for 10 years already.
that is a testament unto itself. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this: what aspect of the event was the most impactful for you?
That's interesting. What was the most impactful? I guess for me, just witnessing firsthand the diversity of feminine domination and diversity out there. That was for me the most impactful. What about you, Sophie?
For me, I think it was more just sort of, again, the sort of it was the international spread of it all. I mean, bearing in mind, this isn't just an event. I mean, I got talking to people in there. I mean, not just this year, but also on the previous years as well. I got talking from DOMs who came from as far away as Los Angeles, from Sydney in Australia. You know, I mean,
it was very international.
Yeah, I mean, this was the thing. They literally came from all over Europe, all over the Americas, all over America itself. And I just, you know what? It was the way that you could just be just randomly walking along, and then someone would just collar you and just say, "Oh my God, I really love your dress," or I love the way you do your hair. And it's just like you wouldn't know this person at all, but they just randomly engage you in conversation. And that was the amazing thing. And I just, every single time I had that, I was just always like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, it's really lovely. Do you know what I thought was really interesting? And you bringing up the fact that it was so cultural and there were people from all over the world. I also noticed, because I'm a bit of a fashionista, I love fashion. I noticed that a lot of DOMs had really introduced their cultural background into their ball gowns. There was some really, really amazing examples of that there. And I thought that was amazing and lovely to see. Really great to see people enjoying their own culture and being able to express it so freely, and also in a kink way. It was really nice. That was probably quite impactful for me as well, actually.
Yeah, wasn't it? I think there was that one who had the sari. Was it the Indian Dom who had the sari?
Yes, there was a girl that had a really beautiful Indian, and just sitting on the table just opposite us, there was an amazing it was a plain black dress, but it had African beading on the cuffs and on the collar, and it just made it look so stunning and really gave it its own unique twist.
So, all right, going to one of these things, right? Every time I go to a festival, even if it's not that great, the people coming together inspires me. That's what the fuel is all about these days. The connection I have with people, that's what keeps me going, especially in the kink community. You know what I mean? So, that inspiration, I get the frenzy, and especially when someone comes after their first dungeon or their first munch or something like that. Oh my God, do you know that they do this? Yeah, I do. Yeah, did you know that? It's great. They got the frenzy. It's beautiful, and it fuels creativity. So let me ask you this: how did this whole thing? You come from this. You go to the Femdom Ball. You got the fire in you, right? You have that fuel in you, right? How does it fuel?
We're laughing because you're just describing me to a T. It's terrible.
Right. You're not alone in that and feeling that way. How did it fuel your creativity as a dominant? How did, like with you in the medical fetish and making your videos and ASMR and stuff like that? How did it fuel your creativity as a dominant?
Okay, so as a Dom, I'm going to say it did fuel my creativity. So I'd been thinking about a few different things that I wanted to collate together. And having spoken to a couple of the Doms there, it was like a light bulb moment for me. And I think we spoke briefly last week that I'm going to be introducing a new fun thing to my list of offerings. So I'm going to be making a sissy club, and there's going to be some medical sides to that, and there's also going to be just some really fun stuff. So I came away from there so inspired. Poor Mistress Sophie was on the train, probably trying to rest, and I was chewing her ear off and had my notebook out and was scrolling things down. I mean, it's funny. So I got the buzz. I was so inspired, I could barely sleep. So
You know,
yeah, so I got the buzz.
It's so
Mr.
amazing
Sophie.
you should say
Oh,
that,
there's the
because
ball gown.
that's yeah, I was about to say that, the one. Yes, that was it. That one.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
she
is the
was
lady that won
stunning.
the outfit. And this does it no justice. Those stairs were really wide. They were about 4 or 5 meters wide. So that dress was huge.
She has
I will confess. Yeah, I will confess.
a pop-up.
On the journey back, you know, I wasn't really tired at all. In fact, if anything, I was actually still buzzing, even on the following morning. I
Yes.
was like, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. You know,
I felt the same. I was buzzing for days.
I know. But,
All right. So for people who are nervous about going to something like this, right? You know, if they're new into femdom, what advice would you give to someone who's never been to an event like this before, who is interested, who wants to be, or maybe has to go for some reason? I don't know, or just what advice would you give?
It's the perfect excuse to dress up to the nines. So use it to completely express yourself. If you're looking for, you know, if you'd like to, it's a really nice excuse to just express yourself through what you're wearing. As long as you're just adhering to the rules, you can go as glamorous as you like or as simple as you like. There was 2 beautiful doms there in the most plain black slip dresses, and they looked divine. You know, you can do it either way. And I'd recommend comfy shoes, because there are stairs often at these things. There's a lot of walking down great big staircases, so I'd recommend good shoes. So what about you, Mistress Sophie? What would you recommend?
you know, I mean, weirdly enough, I did actually get asked this question by a Submissive who I've been talking to online. And the best advice I can give for anything at this event is please, please, please do your research. Do not go into this event without doing any kind of research at all, because this event is bigger than Glastonbury. It's bigger than Nashville. You know, this is the sort of event that, you know, it's like, if you go to Glastonbury, the worst thing that can happen to you is that you probably get rained off in a load of tents, you know, or you sink into the mud. With something like this is, you feel like you are definitely on parade. So yeah, if you are nervous about going to things like this, please just do your research, because you would hate to pay out all of this money to come to an event like this and then be told, no, you can't come in, and they will pull you up on the smallest little thing.
Yeah, that's good advice.
All right. So this exclusivity, it challenges the mainstream views of kink. It's not. I look at this, and it's not dirty. It's not. It doesn't feel like it's exploitive. You know, it doesn't feel creepy. You know, it doesn't.
No.
All the negative aspects of kink is not here. So what you're doing, especially Alex, you're presenting female dominance in your work, right? How has this influence, as like just getting there and being a part of it? You got to step up your game. You got to make sure your outfits are right, your hair is right, your health is right, your schedule, everything's got to be right, which is something to look forward to, something to look for, purpose, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how has it influenced you? How has it influenced it specifically in female dominance, and how you present your female dominance to the world?
Well, I would say it was lovely to feel part of something that I think aligns with my views on female dominance, because just as you just said, it's always so misunderstood, female dominance. And I think there's always a very creepy, dirty feel around it. And yet, when I speak to the most interesting doms, they are highly sophisticated, interesting women. There's very little, you know, I don't know. Listen, it all depends on what you think is dirty and kinky, obviously. But all kinks to me are beautiful. That's the whole point. That they're beautiful because they are kinks. So, yeah, I loved the fact that I got an opportunity to meet other DOMs that were just, as I said, highly intelligent, running very successful businesses. With great insight. So I guess for me that was what I took from it. And going forward, I'm just inspired. I want to go there next year.
I mean, people make up this section. Before I go to that, I would ask this. Spike Chastity asks, since the Femdom Ball is taking place during October, how many subs do you think were locked up?
Oh, all of them.
Absolutely.
I was
just going to say.
I was about to say, I do not think there was not a single submissive in that room that did not have a chastity cage. In fact, I think if you actually ran a metal detector across all of them, the thing would be going crazy.
I agree with you. Yeah, this is a good point. I would say the same, all of them.
That's funny. All right, let's talk about this is all right. This whole thing and the whole kink community is about people. So I want this time to give a shout out to the mistresses, the madams, the empresses, the dominants, who were there. Who were the ones that really, I don't know, it had an impact that resonated with you, had an impact on you, who you'd love to see, who you want to give some flowers to.
Oh, I think Madame Caramel, to be honest, who's the organizer of it. It was really interesting. She runs it as a family business, and her daughter and son-in-law, and they're all involved in it. And there was a lot spoken about this, and I'd like to just lots of love to this incredibly brilliant woman for taking her time to collate and put this together. I'm sure it's a very complicated event to organize and run very smoothly, and she does a great job of sticking to those hard rules and making it a really elegant event. So my love goes out to her. Sophie, I know you know a lot more of the DOMs personally, so who did your love go out to?
I can't really put my finger on any one particular DOM, I don't think, because all of them, were so respectful. They were so wonderful and elegant as well. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, I know this is going to sound really, really bizarre, but I actually felt underdressed in there because I was looking at all the other outfits, and I was literally just going, I might as well have just come in here naked.
Oh, you look stunning. Don't be silly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I think, I did have a few DOMs sort of pull me up on my sort of autism and ADHD specialist client sort of clientele. And one lady in particular, I will name her, name's Violet Siren. I think she is on here. And she deliberately come up to me and she went, she said, I've so wanted to talk to you about this. Just ever since I read your website, she said, I've almost sort of been stalking you a little bit. And I'm like, but I'd rather you stalk me than some of the other people on here, But yeah, overall, it was just brilliant. It was just absolutely fantastic. And again, Madame Caramel, she does a wonderful, wonderful, brilliant job. And I think it's fair to say that you and I, Goddess Keeper, I think we're planning to go again next year, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to go back. I think it was actually, as you said, Nicholas, the truth is, for about a week, I was like high off the whole buzz of the event. It was brilliant. I haven't felt that in many years, and it was really nice. We were really blessed. Sophie is correct. We were blessed. We had great transfers. Everyone seemed to be really polite, which is so unusual for London.
Yeah.
The accommodation was lovely. Everything just flowed. It flowed so well. But again, kudos to Madame Caramel for creating such a good event that did flow really well.
Shout out to Mistress Azada. She's been on the show. We're working on trying to get her back on. Yes, she's a legend. Also, yeah. Oh my God, sounds so amazing. this place. Okay. Dream with me. Dream with me. Let's say you had endless resources. You could hand pick who you can include on this. This is a dream. It's a metaphor. It's not a dream. It's a dream. It's whimsical fantasy. There's no wrong answer. What would be the ultimate Femdom Ball? Where would it be? What time of year would it
Oh my God, where would it be?
be? The ultimate Femdom Ball. I take myself out. You talk.
I think it's fair to say, you know, I wouldn't do it in summertime because just wearing the gowns alone, I mean, you'd lose about 6 stone, you know, just in sweat. So yeah, I definitely say it would have to be more at a winter time of year or sort of autumn time, which is why October was kind of really, really great because it wasn't too hot, but it wasn't too cold. And yeah, in terms of location, London is definitely, you know, it's a really, really beautiful city, and I know everybody really, really loves it there as well. So yeah, I'm actually really struggling to answer this question, to be honest, because, you know, because the event is just so amazing anyway, you know, you're almost struggling to find differences with it. I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Goddess Keeper?
Oh, my brain went straight to whimsical. Sorry. You were very practical there, which was very sensible of you. My brain went to completely ridiculous. And I mean, because you said me I could have it absolutely anywhere. So I'm not being practical in any way here. I visited a really beautiful butterfly sanctuary in Texas quite a few years ago. I was working out there for a short period of time. And it had like a glass roof. I don't remember what the place was called. I just visually can remember it. It was really stunning. It was like a rainforest inside, and there were beautiful butterflies flying around everywhere, and this amazing glass roof that reminded me of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and the glass roof thing. So if I could have it anywhere, I'd lift everybody up and just pop us down in there, if that would be okay, because I think that was a really beautiful venue. But it was so ridiculous. Sorry.
Oh, that's it's wild. All right, so let's talk about my weekend. While all this stuff was going on, you're going to the Femdom Ball.
Yes.
DomCon is happening in NOLA, North. Exotica is happening in Jersey. I couldn't make any of those things. Couldn't do it. I did happen to go to a party.
Okay.
Yeah, did you ever go to a Muppet BDSM party?
Oh my God!
No, but I want to now.
Oh, I can just see you now dressing up as like Bunhead or Beaker.
I mean,
no.
I don't know if I've got this wrong. I've got Kermit the Frog in my ear hole, just whispering at me.
So, all right.
Sorry.
Whole new front to Miss Piggy. I mean, I don't know.
Look, if you think about it, Miss Piggy is actually secretly a dominatrix anyway.
She actually is. You're right.
If you see the way that she, like, you know, handles Kermit the Frog or just does the thing, I mean, she goes around karate chopping people. You know, she has that way of just going angry but then soft and sweet at the same. I mean, she is the perfect dominatrix.
She is. She actually is.
So I go there, right? Mischief Manor. Shout out to Mr. Shari, and all the whole crew there, Catnip and Peyton, Miss J, and Messy, all of them. We got a good crew of people. But we have parties. Different parties, different theme parties, stuff like that. Like we'll have an 80s party, we'll have a 90s party, we'll have a Rocky Horror, and all that stuff. And what we had, but they had a Muppet Manor takeover, so people dressed up like Muppets. We had a couple Beakers, we had a couple Ernies, we had Animal, and it wasn't just Muppets; it was anything Jim Henson. So I, as Mummenschanz, you know, I don't know if you remember what Mummenschanz are. They're like they wear all black and they have the masks, you know, and they're ballet.
Yeah. Is that what you went as?
That was my excuse because I just went in all black and there's masks.
Oh, that's such a cheat! You're such a cheat, honestly.
No, I we had a scene we had to prepare for. I had a scene where there are all these scenes going on, and we do this thing where I go in the suit, and I go in, I try to look charming as possible, but in the dungeon late, we're right, about half hour left, 4 hours. My queen needs her feet massaged, so I put on a French maid outfit. So I got a full on course. I'm always wearing cargo stockings, and I'm locked in chastity underneath, but you know, so I put on the whole French maid outfit with the full petticoat, and I massage her feet. And in the wild thing about it is because we're very sensual, and it's a more of a sensual massage, and it's a more of a sensual, dom sub scene relationship, and we're together and we're switches, so it's not fully old guard protocol-esque type thing. So I could get very close, and I could just grab her hips and just it just breathe in everything I want to. And and so I can get very passionate, and it's almost to a point where, like, I don't know if I could do something like that in the after party at the Femdom Ball. Can I? At the after party. Is something like that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, you could definitely get away with doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'd actually say if you didn't do that, it'd be an insult.
Okay. What about squirting? Is there squirting allowed all over the place?
I mean, there may be protocol on that, depending on the space they've used for it for clear up, I should imagine.
Okay. Wonderful. Interesting. Thank you. Well, I do want to say I want to take this moment to thank Mistress Sophie. So I brought these cards to the manor. Mistress Sophie gave me cards. We have pens. We have merch now. We're official. we're official. It's great. So I want to thank you. Thank you very, very much, Mistress Sophie. And thank you. Time also to thank you again for hooking this whole thing up with Alex Keeper. Alex Keeper is a friend of the show now. We talk often, and we have a lot in common outside of this. And I'm so thankful that I know you, Alex. I seriously, I love talking with you. And and this is all because of Miss Trophy. It's a perfect example of how people come together. That's why I wanted to do this show about the Femdom Ball. Because it's about people coming together. It's about women coming together, celebrating. It's like luxury.
Well, thank you for doing that for us.
Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you. And I'm checking out this book, thanks to Miss Sophie. Vanilla to Kinky by Jonathan Wolfe. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm going to check it out. But please get a card, everybody. Oh, wait. Do we have a question? What about a drum dressed as Skeksis from the movie The Dark Crystal? Yeah, there were people from the Dark Crystal at the there was shout out to the Lioness, who will be on the show in a couple of weeks. She runs all the munches for New Jersey.
Wow. I think you should just have a Dark Crystal theme. I mean, can you imagine? Oh, that is a dream. I would come to that.
Yeah, no, she dressed up as the woman, the main love interest.
Elfling.
Yeah, the Gelfling.
Oh, amazing.
Who would go as Fizzgig? That thing that rolls around.
The Skeksis are really scary. They are genuinely terrifying.
They are. The thing that really kind of freaked me out, and also I remember it freaked out my ex-wife, was that machine in the Dark Crystal that like sucked the life away or sucked the dream.
Yes.
Like that. That was
suck like the essence out of you. Oh my god! I mean, I'm laughing because I feel like that's what I do sometimes. I just suck the essence out of people, but it's not quite as brutal as that. Different type of essence, maybe.
We'll wrap up the show, but I want to. This is Sundays. It's the weekends. We got a whole week ahead of us. Alex, Sophie, we have a whole week ahead of us. right? But it's important to have a purpose, right? It's important to have clarity, purpose, and a goal. So what is a kinky goal you want to do this week? Mr. Sophie, what is a kinky you want to do?
I actually already have one lined up. I am actually I'm actually operating a double dom with the lovely Mistress Freya. She may not have been on the show before, but I am double doming with her on Wednesday, and I've got a lovely, lovely submissive who's coming along, who I saw for the very first time earlier last month, and he was just absolutely lovely. Really, really was. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
Oh, that's lovely. I have a creative week ahead of me. I have 3 customs that are due, and it's my birthday next month. So I am working on creating some sort of kink related birthday video. Have no idea what I'm doing yet. So if any of you gorgeous people out there have any ideas, you need to DM me and give me some ideas for that, because that's a bit of a crazy one. So I've just got lots of creativity this week, which I'm really looking forward to, because I'm sure you all know I love it when you make my brain work hard to create you an incredible custom. So that's what I'm up to this week. Nicholas, if it's okay, I would like to say a big thank you to Stag Studios, actually. They were one of the sponsors of the event, and they're the studio that Mistress Sophie and I both use. They're based in Hertfordshire, and they're just the most beautiful play space. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to them, and also just to let viewers know that there is a really beautiful space in Hertfordshire that is so well equipped and great for like weekend stayovers as well. So just wanted to throw that out there, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
You should start doing shows from there. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good point. I do sometimes do shows from there. So I'll sometimes do open live shows. So that's something that maybe some of your subscribers might also be interested in. I like to do like little medical skits from there and stuff. So something for you to know about.
Stream me in. We have live shows all the time. We stream people in. Doesn't matter. Check out more live shows.
It's not YouTube friendly, but I'll definitely stream you in.
Well, this is probably interesting, but I have actually done the YKF weekend show from Stag Studios before.
Oh wow!
You might have remembered some of the videos I did. I was actually sat in the throne chair. Yeah. That was Stag Studios.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, a bit of behind the scenes there for you. Yeah.
Okay, I have a couple goals. This week. All right, there's a goal. I have to confirm if I'm going to the the New Jersey formal, with the kink formal, the kink prom. Shout out to Briska. We schedule. Very important. Shout out to that. And also Sissy Joyce. Sissy Joyce should be not next week, but the week after. I've been a long time trying to get Sissy Joyce on this program. Her and Princess Diamonds, all the way from Belgium, I believe. Yeah. So this is a journey that you want to go on. Trust me on this. And also for this week, I got to confirm for this week. And okay, so this week I did it before, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna make my queen come on my squirt all over my cage by standing up. So I've done it before, right? I was locked in chastity, and like so I have my fingers. I know how to do it, so I can remove it. So like I'm really good at making women squirt. So but it's like the whole aspect of it just like dripping onto the cage in between the metal bars is an amazing experience. And with that being said,
for this week, we're going to call you on this. You know that, right? Mistress Sophie and I, end of the week, are going to be coming in the DMs, and we'll be like, right, listen, not literally coming in them, obviously, but we'll be asking, did you achieve this goal?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try until I do.
We're going to be accountable. You have to be accountable to us now as well.
We're watching out for you.
I know. I have confidence. I definitely have confidence. And with that, if any cage is getting squirt on, have them be a locked and lust cage. 15% off everything at all inventory at Locked and Lust with offer code YKF. We have some interesting shows. Oh, and topics. What topics should we do for other weekend shows? Next weekend, I don't think there's going to be a show because I have a family issue, but I'm going to need topics. One topics I have is collaring and weddings. I talked to Mr. Shari. He weds people all the time. I think it should be great to come on the show to talk about weddings, kink weddings. Another one is sick. When people are sick, how can you maintain a kinky lifestyle, especially if you're a professional, if you're sick? And travel.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding in DC, and traveling is always an issue. So kink and travel. Those are 3 topics that I think I want to explore. If you have any other topics, please let me know. Other than that, yes, that's our show. Please go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Please donate to Cash App. Get 15% off all inventory locked in less. How can people get in touch with you? Let's start with Mistress Sophie. How can people get in touch with you, Mistress Sophie?
Oh, it's my favorite part. Well, as always, my website is with a cat. Please ignore the cat. Yes, I was going to say, well, my website is www.mistresssophieofhertfordshire.co.uk. My Twitter page is @m_Sophie93. And you can also find me on Fetlife, if you are still on it, at Mistress Sophie 93.
And Alex, how can people get in touch with you? Support you, worship you, give you money.
You have a throne wish list, darling.
Okay.
Oh, I'll say Mistress Sophie has a throne wish list that you can also donate to.
Which is on
like, yes, I do. I completely forgot. Yes.
I literally am the worst person in the world. I even forgot the fact that I actually had a throne wish list.
It's okay. I'll just be your PA for you. It's absolutely fine.
I know.
You're welcome.
Why would I do
And you
that?
can find her on Twitter. I'll just promo you. It's fine. You can find her on Twitter. You can find her wish throne list. You can gift her. You should gift her lots and lots of things. Go and see all the sexy things she's looking for. Okay, let's go in with me. So you can also find me at www.alexkeeperproductions.com, and that's my website. So if you go on there, it will give you all of my personal information about all the things that I offer. You can also find me on YouTube. I have a link tree actually that you can find on all of my Instagram sites or any of my YouTube pages, and that will list you every single thing that I do, because I have Patreon as well. I have quite a few, so I'm not going to bore you all, but absolutely you can also go and give to my throne. So honestly, I think if you're watching right now and you love a medical goddess, you should definitely go send me a coffee or something. Send me a little coffee and cake to have this afternoon. I'd love that.
Yeah. Yes. And a coffee, cake.
Yeah. It's just what I need at the end of a busy week.
Please, everybody, read a book. Read a book. We have so many books there. We have so many books in the YKF author circle. You can start with this one, The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself. If you have trouble with your identity, I always, at the Manor, someone came up to me, literally asked me, just like advice about confidence. They said that there's a young man that they know who's not all aggro and aggressive and all but still is confident, still has enough masculinity in him to be confident, stuff like that. And they asked me, how do you find confidence? And that's a good question. Looking back, really, is know who you are and know who you want to become. Who you want to be. Know who you want to be, but more importantly, know who you are. Know what you like, know what you don't like, know your limitations, know what you can do, know what you want, have purpose and clarity. And then you could move forward, but also know what you want when you move forward. You don't need anything else but health, wealth, knowledge, and self. And this is what this is all about, finding yourself. I became Nicholas Tannick. This is my journey. And if you're dealing with grief, take your broken heart, turn it into art. That's what this is all about. Your kinky friends. The book. Please support indie authors, support kink, all of that. And go to Your Kinky Friends. It's going to be a great week. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Oh, We have a lot of plans. We have goals. We have purpose. Everybody, be cool. Be kind. Keep an open mind. Take care. And Alex, you look good. You look stunning.
Thank you so much.